Now on CoastTV News.
Whale washes ashore.
Pretty wild. I've never seen anything like it.
This was the scene Wednesday night at the Delaware Seashore State Park. What we are learning about the situation along the coast. Seaford shooting, the tense situation last night, and the effect it is having on schools in the city this morning. A referendum at Indian River. Now that the workshops are complete, the decision for property owners on raising their taxes.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And it is Thursday, March 13th, 2025. Good morning, I'm Matt Pensick, and welcome to our 5 o'clock hour. Clouds rolled in overnight, and that is what we're waking up to now. First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahey joins us now with a look at First Alert weather. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning, Delmarva. Yeah, we're socked in with the clouds. I didn't notice any drizzle or fog driving in this morning, but definitely overcast and chilly, too. But we're not scraping frost or anything like that. 44 Bethany Beach, 45 Delmar, 44 in Redden. So pretty uniform temperatures with a cloud cover. And we've got an easterly wind that's a little stronger at the beaches, around 10 to 15 miles per hour there. A little weaker inland, but we're seeing gusts to near 20 at Indian River Inlet right now. And so it's a raw easterly wind. And we have that cloud deck, low clouds right now. And I think we're stuck in this cloud deck as we go through much of the day. As we continue with an easterly flow, we've got cold high pressure to the north, so it's a flow around that's bringing in that maritime air and the cloudy skies. And visibility is not bad, so we're not looking at fog with this. Visibility about 9 to 10 miles across the area right now. So here's Futurecast at 6. Lots of clouds, temperatures in the low 40s. Temperatures really not going anywhere today with this easterly flow. By mid-morning, we're in the mid to upper 40s. I think by the noon hour, we will see some breaks in the overcast, and if you do see the sun, I think you could definitely warm into the low 50s, especially well inland. But at the coast, I think we're in the 40s all day, but some 50s inland, maybe mid 50s near Salisbury back through Seaford. And then those clouds fill back in as we go through the evening hours. So lots of clouds today, a raw day, and temperatures into the 50s. And we keep it pretty chilly right through the end of the week. Much more in your forecast coming up a little bit later on.
You don't see this every day, do you? It's kind of sad, but kind of awesome to see this wash ashore at the beach as you're looking for sea glass.
Yeah, as you just saw, a massive humpback whale washed up along Delaware's coast Wednesday night. According to DENREC, it was found near Conquest Road at Delaware Seashore State Park. The Mayor Institute helped with this. We spoke with one person who was there when the whale washed ashore.
Pretty wild. I've never seen anything like it. It's just a humpback whale. I think it's a baby size and looks pretty, cool.
Yeah, DENREC set up a perimeter to keep the distance between the whale and people who were stopping by to get a look. And according to DENREC, there are several reasons why whales and other marine animals can wash ashore. That includes injury or illness, entanglement in fishing gear, or exposure to underwater noise pollution. That could be seismic blasting or engine noise from large boats. New this morning, people in Seaford waking up with unanswered questions about a shooting that occurred last night. We do know that the Delaware State Police have taken over the investigation. This was the scene from our coast copter around 7 p.m. on Wednesday. This is on Collins Avenue. At that time, Seaford Police asked people to avoid the area because of the investigation. And because of this, Seaford High School students are staying home today as classes will take place online. The district superintendent said the announcement comes after the gun violence experience in the community, and they are worried today could be a difficult day emotionally for students, and the district is working to arrange any needed counseling. Tonight in Georgetown, it is the final Indian River School District workshop ahead of next week's referendum vote. This workshop will be at 7 at Sussex Central High School. The district says the referendum is needed to deal with a 7% increase in operating expenses over the past 3 years. And according to Superintendent Jay Owens, property owners will be asked to pay over $22 million for those costs. The vote is scheduled to take place 1 week from today. Now, there have been several referendums in Delaware over the past year. They were in school districts all ranked in the top 10 based on enrollment. Smyrna is actually holding its vote on Saturday. It'll be their third referendum in a year. Smyrna voters rejected one, approved another in 2024. There were one of 6 districts to have referendums in 2024. Cape Henlopen had 2 failed votes, and at this past December school board meeting, Cape officials opted not to go that route again. A revision to a bill in the Delaware Senate dealing with keeping corporations in the state, and that's moving forward from the Judiciary Committee and will go to the full Senate floor for a vote. The effort to retain corporations is a big one. The taxes they pay, that is a huge part of state revenue. It was proposed after big companies who long incorporated in Delaware left after some high-profile legal cases. However, developing news in this story, the Delaware Coalition for Open Government is filing a Freedom of Information Act complaint against Democratic State Senator Darius Brown, who represents the Wilmington area. The group says the Senate Judiciary Committee, which Brown chairs, violated open meeting laws by failing to post an updated agenda 6 hours before key vote on that Senate bill. This just in, the reproductive rights bill in the Delaware General Assembly moves closer to becoming law. On Wednesday, Senate Substitute 1 for Senate Bill 5 passed the Senate along party line votes of 15 to 6. It's now headed to the House Administration Committee. The bill aims to codify the right to an abortion in the state's constitution, clarifying that everyone has a right to make their own decisions. For the bill to pass, it does need 2/3 vote in both chambers. Later today, Millville officials will discuss a proposed townhome village at a planning and zoning meeting. The proposed project would be located near the intersection of Powell Farm Road and Roxana Road. That's the area that we're showing you right there on your screen. There are 118 homes planned for this development. Also today, South Bethany officials will discuss a request to develop what they call a nuisance lighting ordinance. The Charter and Code Committee will gather in just a few hours from now at 10 a.m. And according to the agenda there, people in the town will have the chance to ask questions and express opinions. That'll be during a public comment period. Now taking a live look at Washington, D.C. and inside that building where there's more debate on trying to bring down the temperature and the escalating trade war, especially with Canada. This as President Trump defends his new taxes on imported goods coming from the nation's biggest trade partners. Also, protests growing against Elon Musk's slashing of the federal government, mostly by Democrats, with a new fallout over 1,300 workers cut at the Department of Education. NBC's Alice Barr shows us the rising tensions on Capitol Hill.
Concern and confusion over the Trump administration's deep cuts to the Department of Education, slashing its workforce in half. While schools are largely funded and run at the state and local level, the federal education department protects students with disabilities, investigates discrimination cases, and helps low-income school districts. This retired teacher outraged.
Without the Department of Ed, there's a lot of America, especially rural America, where kids aren't really going to have a chance to break out of poverty.
Sharia Smith lost her job in Texas at one of 6 regional offices education officials say were shut down.
My family is now trying to figure out how we overcome the loss of my income.
President Trump wants to abolish the education department, though that would take an act of Congress. He defended the mass firing, saying this without evidence.
I feel very badly, but many of them don't work at all.
Wyoming superintendent of public instruction among those celebrating the changes.
Streamlining those funds to the states and putting us back in charge of our kids.
Even as protests against the Department of Government efficiency grow across the country, also escalating the Trump trade war.
The United States of America is going to take back a lot of what was stolen from it by other countries.
With top allies retaliating against the president's new tariffs on global steel and aluminum imports. The European Union announcing tariffs on everything from American beef to bourbon and Harley-Davidson motorcycles. Canada slapping 25% tariffs on billions of dollars worth of American goods as the U.S. and Canada prepare for trade talks today. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
And we're just getting started this morning on CoastTV News Today. Still a lot more to get to, including spring has sprung at the Delaware Botanic Gardens. We'll tell you what you need to know if you plan on attending opening day. Also, Worcester County concerns what officials there are set to discuss about sewer and housing issues for people in the county. But first, book brings awareness to service members. We will show you how one person is remembering the real women of the Vietnam War. All that and more as CoastTV News Today continues.
Transform your backyard into an outdoor oasis at Woodland Sheds in Bishopville, Maryland. Explore 11 acres with over 100 Amish buildings and 7,000 pieces of Amish poly furniture. Walk through our Amish-built sheds, kennels, coops, garages, and even pool houses. Enjoy free shed delivery and rent-to-own sheds with no credit check. We also have portable storage units. Visit us at Woodland Sheds, Route 113, Bishopville.
It's the incredible Red Dog, the amazing universal socket tool that fits, grips, and tightens virtually any fastener. Look at all the different sizes and shapes, nuts, bolts, and screws. Any head will do. Red Dog grabs on tight and locks into place fast. It replaces hundreds of different tools, yet it's smaller than a battery. 54 telescoping steel pins mold around any object. Then, up to 150 pounds of torque knock out rusted fasteners. You can get Red Dog for just $19.99. Breaking news: Red Dog may be discontinued. Due to supply chain shortages, Red Dog is stopping manufacturing immediately. There's a strict limit of 3 per order while supplies last. Order now.
Call 1-800-519-7208. That's 1-800-519-7208 or visit byreddog.com. Call 1-800-519-7208 now.
When did he ask you to buy meth for him?
He demanded of me.
A roommate under the influence?
He said, hey, come smoke some with me. And he holds out a bag of meth. And I went, are you out of your mind?
Or
did you know that he made a report to the police about dealing meth from your house?
was it an excuse to push him out?
You got a temporary restraining order.
I did, ma'am.
That was retribution.
Next, Judge Judy.
Thursday at 2 on CoastTV.
If you're an avid reader, you may have heard of the book The Women by Kristen Hanna. It's about the women who served in the Vietnam War. It's very popular and it's shining light on that much maligned war and also inspiring a series of lectures by local author Nancy Lynch. Lynch corresponded with troops as they were serving in the Vietnam War as part of her column. She's documented those stories in her book, Vietnam Mailbag, and is sharing those stories across the state right now. Nancy Lynch addresses the Ocean View Cheer Center. Her audience comprised of veterans and non-veterans alike, listening with rapt attention as she tells the story of the real women of Vietnam.
An Army Nurse Corps Lieutenant Diane King of Wilmington sent me one of the very first letters.
Lynch shares stories about local men and women who served, just like Dean Levering.
We went over there. We didn't want to go. They told us that's where we were going. That's where we did. We did what they told us.
Lynch's lecture is based on her book, Vietnam Mailbag, comprised of letters she received from our troops as part of her 5-year newspaper column during the war.
There's nothing else like it. As far as we know, no other state had a journalist corresponding one-on-one with his or her troops in Vietnam. To me, that's remarkable because, and I'm almost annoyed at that, because mail was so important to these guys. You know, it could make or break their day, so.
Through Lynch's work, unknown heroes come to life.
Lance Hall from Lewis originally, Air Force, he's an expat now. Larry Gum from Millsboro. He was both mayor and a fire chief in Millsboro. He was in the Navy and was a medic.
1, 2, 3. Real women!
Lynch now travels the county, state, and country, not only raising awareness, but changing opinions, and maybe even some healing.
I actually think now that people have started to gain some respect for Vietnam veterans, because there's more and more books coming out now, more and more truths being uncovered about what actually went on over there, that people are starting to realize that not everyone was a baby killer or a murderer.
Lynch says her book fulfills a promise she made to her guys, as she calls them.
His words mean something. They really, really do.
A tribute to the troops, so many just teenagers, who, whether they are here or not, are no longer forgotten. Lynch's lectures continue throughout the state, and we have the full list and more on Lynch herself right now on CoastTV.com. For Coastal Connections, I'm Madeline Overturf.
This morning's weather forecast courtesy of Baths by Spicer Brothers, a Delmarva tradition for over 20 years.
Tired of your old tub? Imagine stepping into a brand new, modern walk-in shower designed for style, comfort, and safety. At Baths by Spicer Brothers, we make upgrading your bathroom easy. Our factory-certified team provides professional 5-star installation in as little as 1 day.
And with our price match guarantee and done right guarantee, you get the best service at the best price. Right now, save 20% on your entire bathroom project with payments as low as $79 a month.
Call Baths by Spicer Brothers today because you deserve the best.
Today at 4 on Coast Life, superheroes take over Ocean City. See how local artists bring comic book icons to life. Then on Spill the Tea. Would you skip a wedding if your invite arrived last minute? Coast Life. Today at 4 on Coast TV.
How many times have you tried to clean a stubborn mess but end up with no success? What you need is the all-new waterproof Ruby Horsepower, the new cordless and rechargeable power scrubber that cleans faster and easier, guaranteed. Watch, baked on oven grease is no match. It blasts away dirt and grime in no time. The power comes from our rotating brushes, spinning at 350 RPM. The incredible torque fights calcium, mildew, mold, and more. Take it in the kitchen, where it busts through caked-on crud, or outside and tackle tough tasks with ease. Get your Ruby Horsepower with 4 additional attachments, all for just $39.99. Great news! They're in stock and ready to ship. Due to high demand, only 2 per order. Order now.
Call 1-800-455-0217. That's 1-800-455-0217 or visit horsepowerscrubber.com. So call 1-800-455-0217 now.
Coming up.
I love this woman so much.
Drew's hanging with actress Millie Bobby Brown. She's dishing about her first year of marriage and her brand new movie.
Thursday at noon on Coast TV.
Delmarva's hit music station, 102.5 WBOC.
Time is 5:17, and we're getting a live look at the lights along the canal in Lewis. Bob, cloudy skies right now, and we do have that eclipse tomorrow morning. You and I will be awake when it happens, but I'm a little concerned we won't be able to see it.
I know, we have the cloud cover, Matt, and that cloud cover is persistent this morning, and I think it could be hanging around again Friday morning as we're awaiting the eclipse. And you'll have to be an early bird for this, and this is interesting. This is the worm moon. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? Named after the earthworms that emerge from the thawing soil, and this eclipse will be coinciding with the total lunar eclipse, I should say, the full moon, which begins at 1:09 tomorrow morning. The partial eclipse, total eclipse begins at 2:26, and then shortly before 3 is the maximum eclipse. Let's hope those clouds clear. We'll see a beautiful red to orange color of the moon. 3:31, the total eclipse ends, and then it's the partial eclipse at 4:47. March 3rd of next year, that is the next total lunar eclipse for us. Let's hope Mother Nature cooperates. We've got clouds now, temperatures in the 40s, around 43 to 45 across the area. So we're seeing uniform temperatures as we're seeing uniform air mass with clouds and an easterly wind right now. Stronger at the beaches, a little lighter inland, and that wind gusting to 20 at Indian River Inlet, 15 in Millsboro, making it feel just a little damper out there. The good news is we're not looking at a lot of fog. Visibility 9 miles in Georgetown and Ocean City, 10 miles in Salisbury right now. So not expecting fog. Can't rule out a little patchy drizzle this morning as we have this low cloud deck. It's a maritime air mass that's coming in off the ocean right now. It's an easterly flow, and we're looking at the damp conditions and some more clouds. So I think it's going to be tough to see anything in the way of sunshine today. We've got high pressure to the north and the flow around that high, bringing in that cool moisture off the ocean, and that high extends into the upper Midwest. Here's Futurecast this morning. We're seeing lots of clouds and temperatures slowly rising through the 40s as we go through the morning hours. Maybe some breaks in the overcast into the afternoon, and where you see those breaks, temperatures into the 50s this afternoon, around 54 in Delmar, 57 in Salisbury, but with the cloud cover, 52 in Millsboro, and I think we're probably not getting out of the 40s at the coast, and it's going to be really damp and chilly as we go through the evening hours with those temperatures in the 40s. Then through the overnight hours, we're looking at cloudy skies, and around eclipse time, that's when I think we're going to be socked in with the clouds and temperatures into the 40s tomorrow morning. Friday, much like today, some breaks and temperatures in the 50s where you see the sun and where you see the clouds probably just staying in the 40s as those winds are out of the east. And with this flow, we'll continue to see the damp conditions as that flow remains out of the east-northeast as we go right into your Friday and right into Friday evening. We're looking at a warm front lifting to the north as we go into the weekend. So we're looking at upper 60s on Saturday and then 70s, and humidity as we head into Sunday as we're watching a cold front that will bring showers and maybe thunderstorms Sunday night into Monday morning, St. Patrick's Day. Then I think the system clears out. So I think the majority of St. Patrick's Day should be dry. Lower 50s today and tomorrow with a little bit of sunshine, and then Saturday 68. On Sunday, 71 and kind of muggy, and then the rain later Sunday into Monday, St. Patrick's Day, 58, 61 Tuesday, back to 68 on Wednesday. Congratulations to Craig Radvani from Millville. He is a new owner of an umbrella from Paul Davis and CoastTV.
All right, thank you, Bob. We got some news from overnight. Crews battled a 3-alarm fire. This was at an office building in Houston, Texas. On your screen, you can see the overhead view of this scene. You can see the heavy smoke, the flames lighting up the sky. More than 100 firefighters were there. Shifting winds and water supply did make conditions difficult. Tonight in Ocean City, the appeal to a parking requirement at one building. This is in the 400 block of Philadelphia Avenue. A former laundromat is being converted to a private office, and the ask here is that the city waive the requirement of having 4 to 5 parking spaces. A public hearing on this will take place at a 6 p.m. meeting. Also this morning, we're learning about plans in Worcester County dealing with land use and water resources. The Planning Commission is continuing to work on its comprehensive plan in dealing with the issue. It was at a workshop late in 2024. Commission members expressed concerns over limited sewer availability in the county and that the housing issue could not be solved until the wastewater issues have been dealt with. Tonight's meeting in Snow Hill is at 6. The Ocean View Police Department is hosting a 3-day Child Abduction Response Team, or CART, C-A-R-T, training. Police say the event takes place in Bethany Beach, March 18th through the 20th, and this course is designed to help law enforcement and allied agencies respond to cases of missing, endangered, or abducted children. The training runs from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. This will be at the Bethany Beach Ocean Suites Residence Inn. It is free, but pre-registration is required. Finally, a crack in the egg market. According to a U.S. Department of Agricultural market report, the price that retailers pay for loose eggs, it fell by 15% in the first week of March. It's a sign that prices shoppers pay could fall at grocery stores, but any relief could be short-lived. Prices could spike again as Easter and Passover will bring a renewed demand for eggs. Recession concerns are on the rise. In a note sent to clients Friday, J.P. Morgan Chase said there's about a 40% chance the U.S. economy will enter a recession before the end of the year, and that's a 10% hike from what economists there had forecasted in January. They say the Trump administration's actions, including the tariffs and government job cuts, are among the factors causing the increase. Still ahead, spring has sprung at the Delaware Botanic Gardens. We'll tell you what events you can expect for opening day. Stay with us on CoastTV News Today.
You know, any good reporter tries to stay connected with important officials in the community. I try my best to stay connected with, you know, just the man on the street or woman on the street that I interview. I'll get their phone number, become friends with them on Facebook, and, you know, just reach out to them, have conversations about what's going on, what they think maybe needs some attention in their community, and I just try to stay friends.
CoastTV, our community, your news, where every story hits close to home.
NBC News Daily, weekdays at 1 on CoastTV.
For your surprisingly great rates,
Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Gamey Elliott in Salisbury today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
If you know a high school student on Delmarva with a passion for agriculture or the culinary arts,
nominate them to become a WBOC Mount Air Farm to Table Scholarship winner.
the people who grow and prepare our food are more important than ever.
We are looking for 10 graduating seniors with a passion for feeding the world like we do at Mount Air Farms.
Nominees must have a 3.5 GPA or better, be an active participant in farming or culinary programs, and spend time giving back to the community.
Go to WBOC.com to nominate today.
Flashing lights. See them, and you know to go slow. Now we put that same technology in the palm of your hand with Lizard Flare. It's the high-tech safety flare with no flame. Lizard Flare uses 15 high-intensity LED strobes that can be seen nearly a mile away, and a powerful magnet that sticks to your car without exiting the vehicle. Look, flares are dangerous, but Lizard Flare won't let you down. A dead battery, an empty gas tank. With Lizard Flare, help is on the way. Lizard Flare Pro has an ultra-bright flashlight too.
Get your Lizard Flare for only $9.99, but wait, Lizard Flare may be discontinued. Due to rising costs, Lizard Flare is stopping manufacturing effective immediately. There is a strict limit of 2 vehicle packs per order. Call now.
This may be your last chance, so call 1-800-604-4696. That's 1-800-604-4696, or visit lizardflare.com now.
Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
New this morning, the application deadline is approaching for BB's Summer Student Volunteers. The organization says students 14 and older can apply to spend 4 hours weekly learning about its team. The applications are due April 30th. The orientation begins in June, and BB says there's limited space and high demand, so make sure to get those applications in on time. Bay Health's new child care center at the Sussex campus will be named after Ann L. Burton. Charles Burton, he's the president of IG Burton Auto Group, made a pledge in memory of his mother, who he says her lifelong work supported families and children. The new Bay Health Ann L. Burton Center for Children will serve children through age 11. It'll offer classrooms, play areas, and emergency care. Happening today, the Delaware Botanic Gardens opens for its 2025 season, and in preparation for this, the garden is hosting its spring bulb tour at 2 p.m. Tickets are $15 for daily admission. People looking to participate must register for this event. And we're starting with clouds this morning as we bring back First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey, and those clouds appear to be sticking with us throughout the day.
Yeah, I think so, Matt. Not the best beach day if you want to lay out in the beach chair and soak in the sun. I don't think you're going to see much sun at the beaches today. Temperature's not moving much. Mid-40s to maybe close to 50 in Ocean City later on today. Similar conditions in Fenwick Island. I think it's clouds all day. Maybe a glimpse of sun here and there. Waves around 3 to 6 feet with that persistent easterly flow. And in Lewis, we're into the upper 40s. That's about it. Lots of clouds today. And Rehoboth, also lots of clouds and temperatures into the upper 40s. On the Bayside, maybe a better glimpse of the sun today in Cambridge with mid-50s and similar conditions in Crisfield as we keep it kind of chilly through the end of the week. Weekend warm up and some rain. I'll have the timing on that coming up a little bit later on.
Thanks, Bob. Coming up after the break on Coast TV News Today, confusion on Capitol Hill. American industries are feeling the effects of new tariffs as the president tries to reassure the nation of their long-term benefits. Also, whale washed up. We have the response to this shocking situation along the Delaware coast. And intense in Seaford. We'll tell you how schools there are being impacted by the investigation. Coast TV News Today. We'll be right back.
Draper Media is searching for a full-time entry-level accountant. Successful candidates should have at least an associate's degree or equivalent experience. Candidates with experience in Sage Intacct will be given preference. It's an extremely detail-oriented job involving problem solving. Join the Draper Media team today as our next accountant with full benefits. Go to drapermediajobs.com to learn more and apply. Draper Media is an equal opportunity employer.
It's the incredible Red Dog, the amazing universal socket tool that fits, grips, and tightens virtually any fastener. Look at all the different sizes and shapes, nuts, bolts, and screws. Any head will do. Red Dog grabs on tight and locks into place fast. It replaces hundreds of different tools, yet it's smaller than a battery. 54 telescoping steel pins mold around any object. Then, up to 150 pounds of torque knock out rusted fasteners. You can get Red Dog for just $19.99. Breaking news: Red Dog may be discontinued. Due to supply chain shortages, Red Dog is stopping manufacturing immediately. There's a strict limit of 3 per order while supplies last. Order now.
Call 1-800-519-7208. That's 1-800-519-7208 or visit byreddog.com. Call 1-800-519-7208 now.
Join America's favorite game.
You never know what's going to happen.
For the I can't believe it. And always for the unexpected.
Treat yourself a round of sausage.
That's not it, but thank you.
Thursday at 7 on CoastTV.
Are you ready to play?
Yes, finally.
Step up to the podium and grab your buzzer.
Ain't no party like a Jeopardy party.
Thursday at 7:30 on CoastTV.
Now on Coast TV News.
Whale washes ashore.
Pretty wild. I've never seen anything like it.
This was the scene Wednesday night at the Delaware Seashore State Park. What we are learning about the situation along the coast. Seaford shooting, the tense situation last night and the effect it is having on schools in the city this morning. A referendum at Indian River. Now that the workshops are complete, the decision for property owners on raising their taxes.
This is Coast TV News Today.
March 13th, 2025. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick, and the time is 5:32, approaching 5:32. I think we got a little spoiled with the clear skies we've had this week, so First Alert meteorologist Bob Tri is going to join us now to help you prepare as you make your way out the door. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Matt. Yeah, I think we were spoiled, too, with those 60s we had the other day. Those are gone for a little while as it's much chillier out there. We're starting out in the 40s this morning into the mid-40s, so right around 43 to 45 degrees. Uniform temperatures with a uniform air mass with an easterly wind, and it's kind of a raw wind as well, at times gusting close to 20 miles per hour along the coast, and a little breezy inland as well as we're socked in with the clouds. Nothing in the way of drizzle, and the visibility is pretty good, not looking at fog, but we have this persistent easterly flow around high pressure to the north, and that will keep our weather kind of cloudy and damp. Visibility, once again, is not bad, around 9 to 10 miles, and temperatures not really moving much today with the cloud cover. Here's mid-morning. We're in the mid-40s with that easterly flow. I think we'll see some breaks in the overcast by noon, and where you see some of that sun, I think you will warm into the 50s. Otherwise, we're stuck in the 40s, especially along the beaches. We're only in the mid to upper 40s there, but well inland, you have a better chance of seeing those 50s from about Salisbury, maybe Millsboro, Ellendale, and then those clouds fill back in this evening. For the kiddos off to the bus stop, won't need their sunglasses really. 45, breezy and chilly, and make sure they bundle up too. And then 52 heading home, maybe some glimpses of the sun and remaining breezy and chilly.
Thank you, Bob. And our top story this half hour, a shooting investigation underway in Seaford. This was the scene from our coast copter around 7 p.m. Wednesday on Collins Avenue. Police asked people there to avoid the area because of that criminal investigation that's ongoing. Delaware State Police confirmed the shooting and that they are taking over the investigation. Because of this, Seaford High School students are staying home today as classes will take place online. The district superintendent said the announcement comes after the gun violence experienced in the community. The superintendent says she is worried today could be a difficult one for students emotionally. New this morning, we're getting a look at the Delaware Seashore State Park. This is the area where a beached whale was discovered last night. I think you see on the left side of your screen, there's some lights there. I don't know if that's from that situation or from the parking lot, and then we see the camera flip. Again, this is from the Indian River Inlet Bridge.
You don't see this every day, do you? It's kind of sad, but kind of awesome to see this wash ashore at the beach as you're looking for sea glass.
Yeah, as you just saw, that massive humpback whale washed up along Delaware's coast Wednesday night. According to DENREC, it was found near Conquest Road at Delaware Seashore State Park. The Mayor Institute helped in responding. DENREC set up a perimeter to keep the distance between the whale and those who came by to take a look. Moving on, and after 8 years, the Indian River School District will go to a current expense referendum. The district is asking people to vote in favor of a property tax increase. The money, they say, would fund operating costs as well as recruitment and retention of staff. IRSD Superintendent Dr. Jay Owen says he's hopeful for a good turnout for the vote on March 20th.
We want folks to be as informed as possible, but really March 20th, we want the community to come out and have their voice heard.
And a public meeting workshop will be held tonight, 7 p.m. This will be at the Sussex Central High School to provide more information on the referendum. Millville officials will discuss a proposed townhome village at a planning and zoning meeting today. According to that agenda, the proposed project would be located near the intersection of Powell Farm Road and Roxana Road, and that will be in the area that we're showing you on your screen. There are 118 homes planned for the development. Now taking a live look at our nation's capital, a continuing resolution bill inside that building may have hit a roadblock as time is running out before a government shutdown. That means tomorrow is the last day for Congress to pass a spending bill to keep the government open, and some Senate Democrats don't like a continuing resolution from Republicans. GOP isn't supporting their alternative. Amy Kiley shows us perspective from both sides.
If you shut it down, you will impact and hurt millions and millions and millions of Americans.
Congress is edging closer to a potential government shutdown tomorrow night, and the blame game is underway.
I hope our Republican colleagues will join us to avoid a shutdown on Friday.
We are on the brink of a government shutdown, which will be entirely of the Democrats making.
A continuing resolution House Republicans passed needs Democratic support to clear the Senate. Majority Leader John Thune is setting up a vote on the plan, but Democrats are holding out for concessions aimed at reining in DOJ's spending cuts. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer says his party has enough votes to block the CR, but Democrats are in a tough spot.
We don't co-sign on all of those elements, but for me, it's about we can't ever allow the government to shut down.
On the flip side, Republicans are refusing to support Democrats' stopgap plan. It would fund the government for about another month to allow time for bipartisan negotiations.
Then we could pass the appropriations bills that have come out of the subcommittees on appropriations, bipartisan bills.
The impasse comes at a precarious moment for the country. Experts worry new tariffs will cause inflation. A government shutdown could be another blow to the U.S. economy.
Talking to CEOs throughout the economy, I hear the economy is weakening as we speak.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
And another complication is that the House, not in session today, not in session tomorrow, and with some lawmakers out of town, it could be hard to pass an alternative spending plan before the deadline. New this morning, representatives from Canada are heading to Washington today to try to bring down the temperature in an escalating trade war. Top allies are retaliating against the president's new tariffs on global steel and aluminum products. The European Union announcing tariffs on everything from American beef to bourbon and Harley-Davidson motorcycles. Canada slapping 25% tariffs on billions of dollars worth of American goods. However, President Trump believes the changes will in the long term benefit the country.
The United States of America is going to take back a lot of what was stolen from it by other countries.
U.S. and Canada are preparing for trade talks today as the world could soon feel the impact of the increased fees. Got a lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere. Coming up, company contamination. We'll tell you why Purdue is trying to dismiss a lawsuit surrounding Forever Chemicals near Salisbury. Also, MEAC Madness, we head to the tournament and show you how two Delmarva teams are looking to shock the conference. And Dry Rides Delaware, how one agency is helping you get home safe this St. Patrick's Day weekend. Stay with us on CoastTV News Today.
Today at 4 on Coast Life, superheroes take over Ocean City. See how local artists bring comic book icons to life. Then on Spill the Tea. Would you skip a wedding if your invite arrived last minute? Coast Life. Today at 4 on Coast TV.
Middays with April Brilliant. It's a feel-good show on your radio.
April is the easiest way to get through my workday.
She plays my favorite songs.
She helped me find my furry friend.
She's always making me smile.
Listening to April is the best way to get through my workday.
She makes me feel special.
Middays with April, weekdays 10 to 3 on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. Sponsored by Dorchester County Office of Tourism.
Water, nature's ultimate cleaner. We drink it, we bathe in it. Think water, think steam, think clean. Now harness the power of water with the H2O X5 5-in-1 steam cleaning system.
I'm so impressed with the X5.
It's an all-in-one product. I can use it throughout my entire house.
It's cleaning, it's sanitizing, there's no chemicals in it. It's just steam.
This is unbelievable. There is no more odor. You could spend over $500 to purchase the products that the X5 5-in-1 Miracle replaces. Order your H2O X5 steam cleaning system, a $500 value, for just 4 easy payments of $43. Order now and we'll upgrade your X5 package. We'll add a 6th mode with a dusting and polishing wand. Valued at over $30, this extra bonus attachment makes your H2O X5 the H2O X6. That means your 10-piece system becomes a 12-piece system at no extra cost to you. All for just 3 easy payments of $43. Call or click right now.
Get the CoastTV First Alert Weather app with live satellite and radar, severe weather alerts, and extended forecast. Download the free CoastTV First Alert Weather app, sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
.541 on our cloudy and chilly Thursday morning. Maybe a little bit of fog out there on the Hershey exteriors cam. Not too bad. Visibility pretty good, 45. And from Georgetown to Ocean City and Salisbury, visibility about 9 to 10 miles. Can't rule out maybe a little bit of drizzle coming out of this deck of clouds. We're looking at temperatures at a uniform between about 43 and 45. And the winds, pretty good breeze out of the east right now, gusting up to 20 miles per hour at the coast. As we're seeing a lot of clouds, and that trend will continue as we have this persistent easterly flow. And I doubt we'll see much sunshine today, especially if you're headed to the boardwalk in Bethany Beach. Lots of clouds, temperatures not moving much, mid to upper 40s, and feeling even colder with that wind. Call the CoastTV First Alert Weather Phone, another way to get your forecast. Sponsored by Brockstead Mandalis Federico.
The Delaware Office of Highway Safety is bringing back the Sober Rides program in time for St. Patrick's Day. Here is what this means. You can get a $20 voucher for Lyft and Uber, and these vouchers are redeemable Saturday, March 15th and Monday, March 17th from 3 p.m. to 2:30 a.m. Delawareans can visit mysoberrides.com to get those vouchers. And this just in, here's a traffic update out of Lewis. The crosswalks along Front Street, they will be repainted this morning. Officials say Savannah Road to Market Street, that'll be closed to traffic from 7 to 11 a.m.
It's the madness of March, and no, not the NCAA tournament just yet. First, the MEAC Conference Tournament, and one local team is trying to pull the biggest upset in Norfolk Scope Arena. We go to the second half. Norfolk State ahead, a tough drive and finish by Jalen Myers. We jump ahead to the fourth quarter. Evan Johnson knocking it down from Tripletown. The Hawks are within 6 with under a minute left to go. Under 40 seconds now. Hassan Perkins a chance to put his team within 5, and he does. Same score, the Hawks battling all the way until the end. A steal by Johnson gives it to Perkins. No, the Spartans closing it out, and Norfolk State is moving on, coming out on top 77-70. So one local team fell last night, and if we go all the way down to the other side of the women's bracket, Delaware State University also fell against Howard University 85-51, but head coach Desmond Turner says this team has a lot of potential.
We showed some really bright spots this year and what we are going to be down the line. And they gained a lot of experience, and I'm really proud of this team.
So we're going to take you back to this bracket at 2 p.m. today. We've got University of Maryland Eastern Shore and Morgan State University. And if we go to the men's bracket, make sure you have your coffee, your espresso. You're going to need it for an 8 p.m. tip-off between Delaware State University and North Carolina Central University. Reporting at the MEAC tournament for the Delmarva Sports Network, I'm Kayla Santiago.
And coming up tonight on DSN 8:30, IMG Blue takes on Keystone Academy. That's in boys basketball. And then tune in for the final score at 10:30. The Cambridge South Dorchester Vikings boys basketball team's heading to the state championship game on Friday. And get this, we have live coverage of it starting at 1:30 p.m. on the Delmarva Sports Network. And then tune in at 2 p.m. for a live analysis and chat with the DSN crew. It's all part of the Wawa watch party for the state championship against the Seed School. Time for movie news. We have David Daniel with today's Hollywood Minute.
These go to 11 and beyond. The first teaser trailer is out for Spinal Tap 2, The End Continues. Christopher Guest, Michael McKean, and Harry Shearer return in the comic rockumentary sequel in theaters in September.
I think there was just this mutual trust between us. And
Sadie Sink is joining the Spider-Verse. The actress best known for Stranger Things and The Whale is set to appear in the 4th Spider-Man movie. No word what role she'll play in the film, which is due in theaters July 31st, 2026.
I'm just blessed. I'm lucky.
Tiger Woods is getting the biopic treatment. Amazon MGM is developing a movie based on Kevin Cook's book, The Tiger Slam, the inside story of the greatest golf ever played. It's expected to focus on how the iconic golfer won 4 consecutive major championships, a feat now known as the Tiger Slam. Teeing it up in Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Rough week? Cheer up with a weekly dose of local good news from Coast TV with personal features, fun things to do each weekend, and more. Sign up now for free at coasttv.com/sign up and get your weekly dose of joy directly into your inbox on Friday. Speaking of joy, here's Bob.
Oh, great segue. Thanks, Matt. We're looking at lots of clouds out there right now. Good visibility on the dry tech cam in Ocean City, 45. It's going to be kind of a raw day. Lots of clouds, some peaks of sun, and this continues for the balance of the week ahead. A warmer weekend with some showers, especially later Sunday into early Monday. Your forecast details in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. It has the motor and blades built right into the lid, so blend a shake at the gym, make pina coladas by poolside, or grind coffee beans for an iced cold brew on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 with free shipping. You'll also get 2 sipping lids, a second container, and the sports lid. Get it all for just $29.99. Order now.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
Time is 5:49, and you are looking live at a cloudy morning in Ocean City. And coming in this morning, Bob, clouds appear to be low, and there appear to be plenty of them out there.
Yeah, they were low-hanging clouds, Matt. Sometimes if you have enough moisture, you'll see a little drizzle coming out of that cloud deck or some fog, but I haven't seen either. We can't rule that out, but mainly clouds and just chilly the next 2 days. Temperatures actually near average. 53 is the average high. We'll be right around that today, 52 on Friday, but definitely cooler at the beaches. Big warm-up for the weekend. 68 Saturday, 71 on Sunday, and then cooling down again by Monday. So the weekend looking a little warmer, I think a little wetter too. More on that coming up. But right now, temperatures 43 to 45 depending on your location. Del Mar 45, Seaford and Georgetown 44. I just checked my home station in Millsboro, 45 with lots of clouds and an easterly wind as well, sustained at 17 miles per hour Indian River Inlet, but lighter inland. So that easterly breeze bringing in the moisture and the clouds, and winds gusting close to 20 at the coast and breezy inland as well. Visibility not bad, around 9 to 10 miles, and we're looking at that cloud deck right now. That'll be with us pretty much all day as our flow is coming in out of the east, even some thicker clouds moving in from the west. So the chances of sunshine looking pretty low today, with high pressure to the north, the flow around that high, bringing in that easterly flow. And we're looking quiet across the plains, a little bit of area low pressure into the Tennessee Valley, but that won't be affecting us. We're looking quiet. We're just looking at the clouds as we go through much of the day, and temperatures slowly warming through the 40s. Here's 9 a.m., mid to upper 40s, and I think maybe a few breaks in the overcast by 11. That could get you in the lower 50s around Seaford back to Georgetown, but I think at the beaches we're pretty much in the clouds all day and pretty much in the 40s as well, around 48 in Lewis, 44 Dewey Beach around 1 o'clock. But then inland with some of those peaks of sun, low 50s around Millsboro, mid 50s around Salisbury back through Del Mar. So inland where we get some peaks of sun, that's where it's in the 50s. But with the cloud deck, that's where we're in the 40s with that raw east-northeast flow. And then we'll be seeing more of those clouds through the overnight. And of course, we've got the lunar eclipse tomorrow morning with the full moon. I don't know. Looks like a lot of clouds and temperatures into the 40s. Maybe we'll see a few breaks, but it looks like it stays pretty cloudy into your Friday with a few breaks from time to time. And once again, where you see the breaks will be in the 50s. Otherwise, pretty much staying in the 40s right through the next few days with an easterly wind that'll be pretty persistent as we go through the day, shifting to the northeast and getting a little gusty into the afternoon, making you feel just a little chillier. And that onshore flow continues right through our Friday. Maybe those winds backing off a little bit Friday evening. Then for the weekend, a warm front lifts to the north, will warm into the upper 60s Saturday, and then lower 70s Sunday with humidity. And we're tracking a pretty strong cold front moving through Sunday evening with showers, maybe some feisty thunderstorms. I'll have to watch that for some heavy rain Sunday night into early Monday. Monday is St. Patrick's Day, and I think we do clear it out, definitely the second half of the day. But pretty chilly and damp the next couple of days, just little in the way of sun. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 68 on Saturday, 71 on Sunday with rain later Sunday into Monday, St. Patrick's Day. I think it will dry out later in the day and then warming up and pretty mild into the middle of next week.
Thank you, Bob. Purdue Farms is pushing for the dismissal of a lawsuit over PFAS contamination near Salisbury. In the company's latest court filing, attorneys argue Purdue is actively fixing the situation. It's back in October, Purdue revealed unsafe levels of forever chemicals at its agribusiness facility on Zion Church Road. And it was later learned through testing that hundreds of nearby homes also had elevated levels. An attorney representing neighbors says he's confident in their case.
This is a very serious case. PFAS chemicals are forever compounds. They are carcinogenic. And, we are doing everything that we can as quickly as we can.
And Purdue has also filed a report to the Maryland Department of the Environment. It identifies 8 potential sources of forever chemicals on the Purdue property. The Agricultural Department has cut 2 programs that provided money for schools and food banks to buy food from local farmers. The first program provided roughly $660 million to the Local Food for Schools Cooperative Agreement program. The rest of the money was earmarked for the Local Food Purchase Assistant program. The ending of these programs will suspend more than $1 billion in federal spending.
Lots of low clouds. Visibility, however, pretty good on the Hershey exteriors cam. 45 in Ocean City. A cloudy and cool day in store for Delmarva. Maybe some peaks of sun, especially inland areas. And this continues for the rest of the week with a warmer weekend, some showers later Sunday into Monday. All those weather details coming up in your 10-day forecast. Stay tuned.
For your home and your range, Bad Boy Mowers will tame any terrain.
Give me a home.
Designed with advanced engineering and fueled by power that's second to none.
And the sky Amazon.com all day. Home on the range.
Bad boy. Mo with an attitude. You rip and tear your old statements and bills, but thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on, and your information is gone, both on the front and through the back. Even if the paper is held up to the light, even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. So block it out before you throw it out. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. This offer is not available on Amazon, so call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Order now.
Call 1-800-803-0512. That's 1-800-803-0512. Or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-803-0512 now.
Are you having trouble hearing your TV or listening to conversations in loud spaces? Then it might be time to consider Nano hearing aids. Nanos are FDA-registered OTC hearing aids. Don't be fooled by overpriced hearing aids. Prescription hearing aids could cost $3,000 or more. Nano hearing aids are now offering $100 off through this special TV offer. Call now and get 2 CIC rechargeable hearing aids for only $297. And if you're not happy, return them for a full refund.
Coaches make a difference for their athletes and communities, and we want to honor them.
Each month, the Preston Automotive Group will select a coach who makes a difference and donate $500 to their organization. Then at the end of the year, 3 of these coaches will receive an additional donation to their program.
The coach can be from any sport at any level up to and including high school.
Nominate your coach today at DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com.
Delmarva Sports Network's Coach Who Makes a Difference. Sponsored by Preston Automotive Group.
It is 5:56 this morning. Time to check in with our coastal pet of today. And today's pet celebrating St. Patrick's Day right there on your screen. You got Bodie. You can see Bodie looking very dapper ahead of the holiday weekend. And we want to see more of your pets on Delmarva. You can send us your photos. Tell us what makes them so special, like Bodie there with his tie. Take a look at your screen because that's where the QR code is at the top. And if you scan that, you can get your friends to us here at CoastTV News. And then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature. Time now is 5:57, and we got a quick look at your forecast before you head out the door. And Bob, maybe just me, got a little spoiled with those sunny, mild conditions this week.
Yeah, you can't expect those really warm days to continue consecutively for several days this time of year, Matt. You get a warm day, and then you get a couple of cool days, and that's exactly what we have for Delmarva. Lots of clouds for today. Temperature's not moving all that much. 40s. I don't think you're getting out of the 40s where you have a lot of clouds. If you see the sun, maybe 53 inland areas today. Paul Davis 10-day forecast, 52 on Friday. Does warm up this weekend up to 68 Saturday. Becomes muggy too. Hey, not bad. We'll take muggy this time of year. 71 Sunday, shower storms later in the day, lingering into early St. Patrick's Day, 58. And then 60s Tuesday through next Thursday. Maybe some shower chances at that time next Thursday.
All right, thanks, Bob. Coming up in our next hour, whale on our coast, the reaction to this beaching and the work being done by DNREC and other agencies. That and more when Coast TV News Today continues.